So, the economy. It's going down. And there's a lot of manipulation here that's going to be in play for a few months with these real estate people with their foreclosed homes holding the property, keeping it off the market so that what you hello hello yeah, they're keeping it off the market so that the supply and demand thing, more houses at the higher rate, but eventually that's going to break down and you're going to finally see the full effect of the housing market crumble. You have banks like Citibank who are being sued by the police for big fines for having houses that are repossessed and sitting there collecting dust and getting and adding blight to neighborhoods and dropping the prices around the towns. And I don't even think the police could keep up with that. And so the solution is to hire more police, to put more people in jail. So I guess the market will be in policing people and cleaning up derelict properties. And still got two wars, so we're producing all this wasteful spending on bullets and stuff that never come back to the country to help anything. They're just lost in some foreign country. And nobody wants to do any hiring. Um, and if they are, it's jobs that aren't going to pay for any of the kind of excesses that we've had in a long time. We have a lot of 30K millionaires, and that's what our society's become. Now, the rich people, they're saying, well, we should cut the credit cards on these people because the interest levels are paid by the people who can pay, and the people who can't pay are going to default. So the prices are always higher for the people who can pay, just like the medical, and which is a bad thing that's never going to get solved here, or the Social Security. But you know what these rich people fail to understand is that they are paying the most for these credit card problems that we're having, and to put the burden on the government's just going to push all of our problems into the future. But they have a job because of this artificial economy, this credit bubble economy, and you're going to see a lot more diversions in the news regarding things to keep your eye off the ball. Like they're not going to tell you how bad the banks are doing, and that they're trying to actually level this whole economy down to a sustainable level to get us by, which is still behind. So to get to even that level, they're going to have to actually create this kind of third world, worldwide, third world, living lifestyle that's where everyone takes, a little bit of the heat. Of course, Americans don't want to have a lesser lifestyle, and we still have to protect the old people. But um, we need to be living a less expensive lifestyle. But you get these technocrats that, the teachers and the people who make the real money, and they don't want to give up anything, and they will not, but they are the soft ones. And you have corporations, monopolies all over the place that, are in power, and they run our government, and there is a push to the bottom. They do want to impoverish and maybe even do a little population control with all this impoverishing. And if you lose your home and you're in a tent city, they're going to make sure that you're not anywhere to disturb their housing values. So you're going to see a lot of people push to where, probably prison. So I can see that prisons are going to rise. But, if people can see that this is happening, they're probably going to revolt. And unfortunately, you know, Obama, he would have been great, but he's letting the oligarchs and the elite and all the technocrats decide who needs to be expended. And so this is quite an immoral situation we're in. But with money, the root of all evil, there will continue to be this problem until we restructure everything. But there's so many people, and it'll be so hard to do that. But we'll see. I don't see any solutions out there. I see two different sides coming together and saying, no, we're not going to change. We're not going to do what's going to get us ahead. And we've pretty much been on that. You had the paradigm of the Republicans versus the Democrats, and the conservatives versus the liberals, and we've just come to a brick wall. And in every facet of our existence, we have this problem, this black and white situation where no one's going to have a gray area. But the gray area is probably the only way we're going to get out of this. Or pick one side and let it go through. Stop bailing out the bankers. Let capitalism take its course, even though capitalism, the way it's set up, is to, kind of funnel all the money to the top. But if you want to do that, let it happen. Don't let our tax dollars go when we're borrowing these tax dollars from China, who've cut our credit. Don't let them take from our future, and that's where we are right now. And both sides can agree with that. The tea partiers, the tea baggers, they're fighting the taxes, because it's this old Republican thing where, the poor should die. But then there's, the protesters who are saying, hey, the bankers are getting money, and they're not looking at it as a tax issue as much as they are looking at it as why bail out the rich people. But both sides have the answer, and they don't want to be in the same room with each other.